for something like this, Kinsey, dog biscuits will not cut it. We are going to have to do something very big, very, very, very sealed. I would never do it. And oh my God. Just
When it comes to the post-royal lives of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the story is far from simple. From ambitious lifestyle ventures to headline-grabbing media appearances, the couple has cultivated a profile that blends celebrity, entrepreneurship, and controversies sometimes all at once. And as we enter 2026, questions about sustainability, relevance, and strategy are more pressing than ever. Let's begin with Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand. As ever, initially promoted as a premium wellness and lifestyle line, the brand has drawn attention for both its products and the way inventory has been managed. Reports indicate that Netflix employees, once key collaborators in Meghan's media endeavors, have been walking away with free as ever, items including candles, flower petal sprinkles, jars of jam, and wine. Sources describe storage rooms in Netflix's Los Angeles offices filled with surplus stock, suggesting that the brand may be struggling to maintain demand. While some insiders insist the items are intended for promotional purposes, the optics of overstock freely distributed to staff have sparked skepticism among industry observers. Critics argue that, as ever, has faced structural challenges from the start. The brand has attempted to expand globally, but there's little evidence that international operations are fully established. Selling food and wellness products across countries requires careful attention to regulations. Packaging and quality control a challenge magnified when inventory appears to exceed strategic capacity. Reviews of some products have highlighted basic packaging flaws, raising questions about the rigor behind quality, assurance, and product rollout. Even pricing strategies have drawn scrutiny. Reports show that items such as spreads, teas, and chocolate bars have increased in price in recent months, an unusual move for a brand seeking to offload surplus inventory. Analysts suggest that this approach risks alienating consumers while sending mixed signals about exclusivity. In retail, moving excess stock generally requires targeted promotions or discounts. It's not price hikes. Industry insiders emphasize that celebrity status can only take a brand so far. While Meghan Markle's visibility initially drew interest, long-term sustainability demands operational discipline, product credibility, and an understanding of market dynamics. Observers point to comparisons with established celebrity entrepreneurs, like Gwyneth Paltrow or Martha Stewart, who successfully married fame with business acumen. Those brands thrived because founders listened to advisors, understood consumer behavior, and prioritized product quality over personal narrative. In contrast, critics argue that As Ever has leaned heavily on Meghan's personal image, leaving it vulnerable when attention wanes. Another layer of speculation surrounds the secondary market. As Ever, products have increasingly appeared on resale platforms like eBay and Poshmark. While reselling is common in the lifestyle and luxury sectors, the frequency and presentation of these listings have sparked debate. Some observers suggest these sales could originate from insiders or affiliates of the brand, though no definitive evidence has been confirmed. What is clear, however, is that rapid movement of excess inventory into secondary markets can dilute a brand's perception, undermining exclusivity and consumer trust. Beyond business, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's personal and financial trajectory continues to draw attention. Following their departure from royal duties, the couple signed multiple high-profile agreements including Netflix and Spotify deals, book publishing contracts, and speaking engagements. Early on, Prince Harry reportedly commanded seven-figure fees for public speaking. In recent years, however, those numbers have declined significantly, reflecting shifts in demand, public perception, and media appetite. Rumors also persist about the couple's Montecito estate. While no official listings have been confirmed, reports indicate potential discreet sales through pocket listings. High-profile owners often seek discretion, but the mere speculation has fueled additional attention and raised questions about long-term financial planning. Sources suggest that some real estate professionals have been hesitant to publicly associate with the Sussexes, reflecting broader caution within certain industry circles. At the same time, Prince Harry's public appearances continue to stir debate. He is scheduled to speak at conferences focused on digital ethics, privacy, and cybersecurity, a surprising development for critics, who argue that his media disclosures about his family sit at odds with discussions about privacy. Supporters contend that his personal experience with media scrutiny offers a unique perspective, but the tension between public record and speaking topics remains notable. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's personal narrative remains tightly interwoven with public perception. The launch of, as ever, her media projects and high-profile appearances are all part of a carefully managed personal brand. Though critics argue that visibility alone cannot sustain influence, projects such as the With Love Meghan series and other content ventures have faced mixed reviews or delays, fueling speculation about their commercial viability. Speculation extends to personal life as well. Industry insiders and cultural commentators have debated potential family developments, including the possibility of adoption or another child. Analysts suggest that such a move could offer a narrative reset, positioning Meghan as a maternal figure while drawing attention away from professional setbacks. However, critics caution that children may be perceived as extensions of personal branding rather than independent individuals, further complicating the public narrative. The comparison with Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, is striking. Reports indicate that William and Catherine are planning a high-profile visit to the United States, tied to America's 250th anniversary. Sources describe the tour as emphasizing stability, service, and continuity in contrast to the media-driven strategy of the Sussexes. For Meghan Markle, who has often sought to control media narratives, such events may represent both a challenge and an opportunity for reactive positioning. Observers note that the Elks family's steady approach, focusing on service, philanthropy, and careful public appearances, reinforces credibility and long-term relevance. By contrast, the Sussexes' emphasis on personal storytelling, confrontational media appearances, and visibility-driven initiatives can generate immediate attention but may struggle to maintain momentum. In short, the difference between sustainable influence and headline-driven notoriety is increasingly evident. In addition to business and personal strategy, broader relationships continue to shape perception. The Sussexes' associations with high-profile figures, including celebrities and producers, have occasionally drawn scrutiny. Observers argue that aligning with controversial or polarizing figures can amplify attention, but carries reputational risk, particularly when previous ventures or partnerships have underperformed. Public engagement, social media, and online discourse play a central role in the Sussexes' current standing. While their visibility is undeniable, the intensity of scrutiny across both US and UK media means that missteps are magnified. Analysts highlight that attention rooted in controversy is inherently unstable. Without ongoing conflict, narrative momentum can stall, leaving public perception vulnerable to fluctuation. Looking ahead, the Sussexes face a pivotal moment. Choices about media projects, public appearances, and personal milestones will determine whether their influence continues or diminishes. For Meghan Markle, balancing personal ambition with brand credibility and long-term sustainability remains a central challenge. The key takeaway for observers and audiences is that visibility alone is no guarantee of success. In both business and personal spheres, credibility, discipline, and strategic foresight often outperform spectacle. As Meghan Markle and Prince Harry navigate 2026, their next moves will not only shape public perception, but define their lasting legacy in both the United States and the United Kingdom. From lifestyle, branding to family decisions, media appearances to financial planning, the Sussexes' post-royal journey offers a complex case study in the intersection of fame, influence, and strategy. The question remains, will they evolve into enduring figures of relevance, or will headline-driven attention continue to define their narrative? Only time will tell, but for now, every announcement, partnership, and public appearance is under the microscope.